자, 오늘 할 게임 폴아웃4 시작하도록 하죠. 시작.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
목 감기인지 뭔지 모르겠는데 아마 목 감기겠지. 목이 상태가 많이 안 좋아져서 목소리가 잘 안 나오네요. 크게 내면 목이 찢어질 것 같아요. 텐션이 좀 낮겠다. 오케이, 일단 시작하도록 하자. 시작. 나 누구 만나야 되더라? 네트워크 스캐너 홀로 테이프를 인스티튜드 단말기에 넣으라는 게 뭔 말이야? 아, 리 박사. 일단은 이거 다 만나고 갈까? 전부 다 만나라는 거니까 만나다 보면 나오지 않을까 싶은데?
She's been at it for over 2 hours.
리 박사가 누구야?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
바로 찾아왔는데?
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
가만히 있어봐요. 얘기하고 있잖아.
Where are you going? I thought you wanted to talk.
Well, that was productive.
Dr. Lee.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Authorized to be where? What is this place?
You're standing in the Advanced Systems Division, and you are not a part of my staff. If you want a tour of the place, why don't you ask Father, seeing that he's apparently given you the keys to the castle. Now, can I get back to work?
어떤 직업?
What are you working on?
There's no getting rid of you, is there? You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
나 때문에 실험을 망쳤다는 건 뭔 개소리야. 브라더우드가 보냈다.
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
살아남은 걸 감사히 여기시. 여기 이야기하러 왔다. 왜 죽이겠어요, 선이? 선이면 그래, 이야기를
I just
일단 해.
want to talk.
Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
여기 있으니 행복해요?
Are you happy here?
Are you kidding me?
안 통했다.
I am surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
저거 매력이 다 차있으면 뭐라고 했을라나? 브라더우드로 돌아가기 도움이 필요합니다. 도움이 필요합니다 같은 경우는 나 치료해달라는 뭐 그런 건가? 일단
You should return to the Brotherhood.
Even if I
돌아와
wanted to return to
주세요.
them, why would they want me back?
버려진 프로젝트 브라더우드에 문제가 있다. 브라더우드가 당신을 중요하게 여기고 있다. 버려진 프로젝트 이야기가 있었나?
Did you abandon any projects you wanted to complete?
You should know better than to ask me that. If they didn't tell you what I was working on, they didn't want you to know. I'm certainly not going to put my neck on the line and spread their dirty little secrets. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
날 믿어요. 안 될 것 같은데. 근데 노란색이면 가능하지 않을까?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
You're wasting your
안
breath.
되네.
I'm a scientist, not a soldier. The Brotherhood desired my creations in
이거
order to
설득하려면
destroy,
매력이
to take
빵빵해야겠다.
control. I'm not interested in returning to that way of life.
무엇을 하면 난 명령을 따른다.
I was just told to get you to come back.
The Brotherhood wants me back, and the best they can do is send a robot that does nothing but follow orders. Sorry, but you're going to have to do a lot better than that.
What
아,
would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here. A
버,
Dr.
아,
Virgil. Several months
버질.
ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the
버질은
laboratory sealed,
살아있는데?
saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
버질이 살아있다고 얘기를 하면 안 믿을 것 같은데? 다른 선택 여지가 없나요? 내가 하지. 일단 말이라도 해봐.
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
증거를 가지고 오지 않는다면 안 믿는데. 내가 하지.
All right. Dr. Virgil's
Deal?
lab was in the biosciences
Deal.
division. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been sealed, so you'll have to breach it on your own. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit.
신중함은 브라더우드에
And finally,
어울리지 않는다.
If you get caught, we never had this conversation. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
안 하면은 뭐 아무것도 안 이루어지겠지? 하고 싶지 않는데요 하면 붙잡히는 건가? 그래 해.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
내가 할 일. 버질이 살아있다는 증거를 찾아라. 그게 지금 내가 할 일이야? 왜 또 퀘스트가 바뀌었지? 일단 사람들 다 만나고 가자. 작업장이 아니라 의뢰. 이거였나? 각 부서의 지휘자들을 만나기. ESC가 아니라 탭인데 계속 ESC를 누른다. 이게 습관이 돼가지고 한 명은 위에 있고 두 명은 나랑 같은 위치에 있네.
No visible reaction to the K-14 combo.
You know Welcome to the Institute, sir. Authorized personnel.
All systems nominal.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the
Glad you
targeting
made it.
package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Excuse me,
Please
doctor.
don't.
So,
Excuse
Enough
me,
friction
doctor.
as it is
Justin.
between us
Justin
and
A.O.,
pretty much all the
acting
other
director of the
planets.
Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
혈연 관계라는 걸 일단 말을 하긴 했네. 이거는 어차피 지금 내 매력이 빵꾸가 나서 이건 할 필요가 없고 나중에 알게
I guess
되겠지.
we'll find out.
Indeed. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human
도망친
population
신스를
of
회수하는
Synths.
거다. 비밀 경찰?
So basically, you're the secret police.
Secret police? If that's a pre-war reference, then I'm afraid it's lost on me. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
아, 그 검정색 옷을 입고 있는 아저씨인가? 그냥 망치로 뚝갑 했는데? 전투 경험이 많이
I'm no
있거든요.
stranger to combat.
Even so, a courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production line. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
추적자 훈련 회수 과정.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the
기억을
delicate
소고를
process
한다.
of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced
원래
to
업무가 뭐야?
dispose of the unit entirely.
원래 업무라는 게 인류를 다 학살하는 그런 건 아닐 거고.
It's just remarkable.
사람들 내부에 숨어가지고 뭔가 정보를 캐내는 건가?
All done. You can return to your duties and remember to.
I can't express how truly humbling it is to
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
어우, 나 스태미나 너무 적어. 좀만 뛰면 힘들어해.
You had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274.
Not yet.
여기는 농장 같은
Hey, Doc.
거네.
How the Warwick
Welcome.
family is doing.
So good to have you here.
Young
Dr.
Wally must be
Clayton,
조용, 조용.
head of the bioscience
It's
division.
remarkable that
I
any
can't
child
wait
can
for you to see the
survive
work
for
we're
so
doing
long
up there.
don't you
It's
think?
truly amazing.
아이, 한번 해보지.
I'll reserve judgment until I know more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the bioscience division specializes
식물학,
in fields
유전,
of
의학.
studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine.
그러니까
Our most important
농사하고
directive is to ensure the
만들고
health and well-being of
치료하는
everyone in
거네.
the institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
고릴라가 어디 있어? 진짜 고릴라가 아니라고? 놀랍군요.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
제 자리, 내 자리가 있기는 해 근데? 이건 궁금하긴 하네.
I'm an outsider. Would there even be a place for me here?
Even if science isn't your passion, there are plenty of ways to contribute. Our projects sometimes require an agent who can work on the surface to observe and gather information. From what I've heard, you are both fearless and resourceful. I think you'd be ideal for that kind of role. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
아이 됐어.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care then.
고릴라가 어디 있네? 고릴라? 아 저거?
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results.
안 깨지네?
Feels like this project has been going on for
근데 이게
months.
그냥 고릴라가 아니라는 거죠? 신스 고릴라인가? 들어가는 분도 없다 여기는? 쟤랑 한번 싸워보고 싶은데? 누가 이기나? 물론 내가 이기겠지만 뭔가 파밍할 게 없다 여기는. 방금 뭐 식물 같은 걸 어디야? 저긴 어디로 들어간대? 일로 가야 되나? 한층 더 위인가? 방향이 아직 위쪽을 가리키는 오케이. 하나 더. 누구세요?
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
Hi, Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here.
야야?
Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the
수석
Institute's
기술자래.
engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
이 시간을 버틸 수 있게 해준 거는 생존에 대한 의지, 아내의 복수, 아들을 찾아서. 이거는 세 개 다 있지 않나? 생존에 대한 의지도 있었을 거고, 아내에 대한 복수도 있었을 거고, 아들을 찾기 위한 의지도 있었을 거고, 전부 다 있었을 것 같은데? 근데 그래도 가장 큰 건 아들을 찾기 위해서지.
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
같은 배를 탔다. 그냥 둘러보는, 아니 그냥 그래.
Absolutely.
협력하는 척해 그냥.
It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
다른 거는 뭐, 이건 누가 지었는지 궁금하긴 하다.
This place originally. Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated
전쟁
habitats
시대에
and
생존자들이 땅을
laboratories.
파고 들어가서
It's a process that's still
만들었다.
going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
저 기술자들이 다 생존해서 만들었나봐. 끝났나? 네트워크 스캐너 홀로테이프를 사용하라는데? 네트워크 스캐너 홀로테이프면은 요거 뭐 어쩐다고? 내부 네트워크 감지 된겨? 방금 저장 중 뜨는 거 보면 된 거 같은데? 퀘스트는? 정보 아닌가? 내부 네트워크가 감지됐다는 재생 재생이 안돼. 내부의 네트워크가 감지가 됐다 이런 걸로 해야 될까? 그 컴퓨터가 어딨지 근데? 근데 위치라도 찍어주면 거기 가서 하지. 그 아들이 있는 데로 가야 되나?
Always be vigilant. We have many enemies.
You call this a clean floor?
이거 미안한데 우리 아들 어디 있지? 엘리베이터 타고 올라가야 되나? 저거는 컴퓨터가 아니잖아. 여기 아닌데? 맞아, 나 3층 3층이었지 여기. 2층인 줄 알았네? 꽤 높았어. 맞아.
Did I turn off the interferometer?
아니면 일단 사용을 해보고 뭐가 아직 안 일어나잖아요. 기타 네트워크 스캐너 내부에 네트워크가 감지가 됐다라고 하는 건 이 안에 뭔가 있다는 건데 일단 그걸 뭐
Good to see you.
예? 건드려야 되나? 뭐 그건 나중에 알아보고 그러면 여기 퀘스트를 좀 깨보죠. 여기 있네? 위에다 네트워크 스캐너를 인스터튜드 머시기에 넣으라는데 밑에 퀘스트가 있어. 어디까지 올라가야 돼?
All that he has built.
저 엘베 타고 가야 되나봐. 여기 아니다. 엘베 타고 올라가서 그 위에서 스캐너를 작동을 시켜야 되는 것 같은데? 얘는 왜 지하에서 올라오죠? 나도 지하로 갈래. 지하는 나 못 내려가나봐. 여기 보면 일단 높이가 저기가 최대니까 이 위는 없어. 제일 꼭대기층이 맞나? 어디로 돼있냐? 이거 어디야? 야. 여기네 여기네. 여기서 아까 그 네트워크 홀로테이프 불러오기 스캐너 네트워크 스캔 시작. 기술행정관 잉그램에게 홀로테이프를 건네세요. 다 됐어? 가자. 이거를 근데 건네면 어떻게 되는 거야? 이건 좀 마지막에 할까? 혹시 모르니까 괜히 지금 건넸다가 전쟁 터지면 나 할 수가 없어. 파더와 대화, 신스 회수. 이제 여기로 빠른 이동이 가능하다고 하다. 좋아요. 야, 그리고 퀘스트를 줄 거면 좀 제깍제깍 주지. 이 귀찮게 왔다 갔다 이 뭐야? 이거 갖다 또 내려가야 되잖아. 빠른 이동하면 되는구나. 그리고 이걸 빠른 이동했을 때 어디로 내려오는지도 궁금한데 이 건물 안으로 갈지 아니면 저 위로 올지가 그게 문제네? 위로 오는 게 아니라 이 안쪽으로 오면 괜찮을 듯 한데 야, 파도 위에 야, 어디까지 가? 나 저기로 가야 되는데? 일로 가야 만날 수 있나? 여 안에도 엘베 하나 있지? 이거 타고 들어가면 돼. Going down. Going up. 이쪽에 내 아들을 저걸로 만든 모델로 만든 신스가 하나 있고요.
Useless.
나는 여기 못 들어가나봐. 얘랑 대화해보고 싶은데. 션? 하나 위에 있네.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
지상으로 돌아가는 방법. 특별한 건 없다. 놀라움. 놀랍지 않아. 일단 놀라움이라고 해.
technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate.
난 뭐 지금 이중 스파이죠?
None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are
내
focused on a
개인적으로는
single
브라더우드
goal.
망하는 거 보고
The goal
싶기는
is best
한데
summarized by our motto: mankind redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable
브라더우드
as our
관련된
sins are,
퀘스트를 막
they
깨볼까?
can be dangerous
그럼 막 전쟁하는 것도 나오지 않을까?
without supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
파괴해야겠구나. 자유의 의지, 올바른 감시.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware,
브라더우드가
then they have a
폴아웃
right to free
3에도
will.
However
나왔던가?
closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership,
가브리엘이라는 이름을 가지고
I've
있다는데
dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that city.
신스를 회수해달라. 죽이는 게
it
나을지도.
might not want to talk. It would be safer just to kill it.
That would be a terrible waste of a valuable resource. If at all possible, that synth should be returned.
생포를
alive.
해달라고
Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger. and a
무리한
delay
요구를
could
하네. 나
cost
근접무기라 바로 죽지 않나? 추적자와 만나세요. 내 무기로는 한 대 휘두르면 바로 죽을 건데. 잉그램에게 전하기, 설득을 위한 증거를 찾아라. 빅존 고물상에 있는 적들을 섬멸. 이거는 정화작전. 포리프 생산공정 촉각 조정기? 이게 뭐예요? 여기 있다. 결코 굴하지 말라. 브라더우드 퀘스트 좀 깨보고 싶어요. 여기 안 찍히나봐. 원래 퀘스트 자체가 없는데? 그냥 다 도우라는 건가? 브라더우드 정찰부대를 도우세요라는 거 보면 그냥 정찰부대한테 가서 퀘스트를 받아서 도우라는 거 같은데? 아니야, 정찰부대가 얘네인가 혹시 그 경찰서에 있는 애들? 걔네가 정찰부대야? 그러면은 기술 회수가 아마 저걸 건데 한 몇 개 깨다 보면 되지 않을까? 여기서 빠른 이동 되네. 좋아. 이런 걸 내가 원했던 거지. 목이 찢어질 것 같아. 말을 잘 못하겠다. 이거는 32렙이나 찍었네? 그리고 스킬 포인트 남을 때 매력이나 찍을걸. 매력 찍었으면 귀찮게 막 이것저것 안 하고 그냥 리박스 바로 데리고 갔잖아. 다음에 저거 할 때는 매력쟁이 총잡이 해야겠다. 쉿! 야야야야. 이 새끼야. 여기 소리 하나 더. 분명히 소리가 들렸는데? 저 개딱지들은 적응이 안 되냐 왜? 볼 때마다 브라더우드 볼 때마다 소름이 돋아. 너무 징그러. 야!